Hello viewers, welcome to another video demonstration on the War Robots test server. This is 2017 April 15 and 16, and this is version 2.9.0. And this is the second video demonstration this weekend on the test server, and you will see a demonstration of a number of weapons changes. These weapons have been increased in capability, that is damage level, roughly between 7 to 11%. The pins are being demonstrated here by the Rhino. You'll notice that the pins have this improved visual aesthetic. None in terms of aesthetic changes to the Orkan, however. The Pinata, first of all, I shouldn't say pins, but Pinata has had its damage decreased from 979 to 900 at level 8. However, the number of missiles have been increased from 16 to 19, so that's actually an increase in the amount of damage, just a decrease in per missile damage, and that's at level 8. The pins have had its damage increased from 1756 to 1980, and the visual aesthetic has been modernized or improved. Tulumbas have had a considerable increase in damage from 1756 to 1880, and that's at level 8. The Orkans have had damage increased as well from 979 to 1130. And in this video demonstration, we'll probably see the new mechanic as well as the acceleration. The Punishers have had damage increased from 254 to 280, that's about 10%. The Punisher MK2s, the medium version of the Punisher, 380 to 420, so about 10% increase. The Gekkos have had a noticeable increase, and the Gekkos have not been effective at their more modest rate of damage, but this is approximately 20% increase from 1469 to 1770. So that's about a 20% increase, and the weapon visual aesthetic has been improved as well. More textures, more details. So let's see these in action. I have the Gekkos on a general pattern so that you'll see an unadulterated demonstration of the Gekkos. The Trebuchet on the Leo will be a confounding factor here. So short of mounting an Ansel or no weapon at all, you'll see the Gekkos in combination on the Trebuchet. The other weapons are mounted on the Rhino, which is a great robot for short close quarters combat. The Griffins have better turning capability, and the jump is helpful as well, and they're more suitable for long distance, because unlike the Rhino, the Griffins can turn quickly, and we will now see them in battle. And we're searching for opponents and waiting for that search. It does take longer on the test server. Okay, finally, we're at the Yamantau map, And let's start with the demonstration of the Pinata and the Orkans. Both have a 300 meter range. Comes up this little video tutorial each time we start on the test server. I see we have the Shaolin Rogue. There's a number of funny videos with voice effects online with the Shaolin Rogue. So we're seeing that new mechanic that makes the pins, Pinata, and Tulumbas more useful in that they can fire while reloading. Previously, the problem with those weapons is that, unlike the Orkans, they could not fire while reloading, and you had to fire all of your ammunition at once. So now you can just fire just a little, whatever's required to defeat your enemy, without depleting all your weaponry. So as you can see, while it's reloading, I can fire the Pinata. So I might ruin this robot, but let's proceed with the demonstration by trying out this. Oh, that's it. Alright, moving on to the next robot now with a Griffin. I want to get rid of that robot anyway here on the test server in order to move on. Here we have the Tulumbas and the pins, so that's a much better distance at the expense of reduced damage. And as you can see, there's a new mechanic again. I can do a little bit of damage by not firing all the ammunition, and it also allows you to reload while firing. It makes the weapons much more useful, versatile, and powerful. See, so it's reloading. You don't have to wait for the full 15-second cooldown. You can start firing. The 500 meter radius is really useful here. I'm using the Ansel here of my teammate to protect me. It's got two Ansels, so I'll take advantage of that. I'll kind of hide here. Now maybe what I'll do is I'll suicide this bot a bit and move on to the next. Alright, here we have the Punisher and Punisher MK2, the medium version. So I'm endangering my bots just to move on to the next. Now, these have a rather good range, not as long as a Molot's, but 500 meter range, I believe. and it's got the acceleration mechanic, as you can see. After a couple seconds of firing, it starts to fire even faster at the expense of a longer cooldown. Okay, maybe what I'll do is I'll jump out of danger here. I'm fighting against the new dash prototype here. I'm gonna suicide my bot in a way because I want to move on. Now it's the Gekko. Much longer range. Kind of a fun weapon, but previously didn't do much damage. Oh, a neat little mechanic here. It starts to it can fire while reloading. That's a considerable improvement. The other benefit is that you can just fire just a little of the weapons, much like the Orkans. You can fire just a little, whatever is needed to defeat the enemy, in case you don't want to waste the whole amount on one enemy. So makes General Patton kind of a fun robot to operate. So as you can see, it's kind of intermittent because it's firing a little bit while reloading. It's got quite a considerable range. Let me try another target here that's not shielded, unlike that Lancelot. Got that interesting funny noise. Wow. I should try to acquire the target of enemies that are much further away. In 1100 meter range, I believe. I'm gonna stay in the shield to stay out of the target of. Now I can't put a lot of punishment to an enemy in a short time span, so I don't want to expose myself. Oh, now this needs attention over here. General Patton is kind of a slow robot, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to change robots and try the Leo here. So this is kind of a fun weapon. Again, it makes it much more effective with the higher damage. Quite powerful with the trebuchet combined. See, the trebuchet seems to... I don't know, it hasn't had any change. But the trebuchet can be fired at any time while it's reloading, but of course you'll get a lot less damage. And that concludes the demonstration of the new weaponry. The pins, Pinata, Tulumbas, Orkan, Punisher, and Punisher MK2. Thank you very much for watching.